Welcome to Lighthouse Podcast. So Lighthouse is about navigation. Our inspiration to run this podcast is really about thinking about that person that's out in the sea, that's lost, that's trying to find their way. And so sending that light, that beacon of hope and inspiration to somebody else, that's what we want to accomplish here with Lighthouse Podcast. So welcome. Those that have been with us in this journey, continue to be with us. And those of you that are here for the first time, welcome to this journey with us. Hopefully today, anything that we share that may help inspire and touch you in some way, because our goal is not just to reach out to one person. Our goal is to reach out to millions. And so that's the exciting part about our journey. So just a little bit about myself. I'm originally from the South Pacific. I currently live here in Sandy, Utah. Years ago, I went through the journey of life, going through the ups and downs, the hardships and the trials. But I realized in those moments, those experiences, that something inside of me was still locked. I needed to open it. I needed to unleash that. And what it was deep down inside of me, I knew that I was limiting my potential, my belief in myself. And so I went to a convention earlier in the year, and somebody said, 2023 is the year for you. And when I heard that, I'm like, that is so exciting, because it is a year for you. This year is for you. You becoming the best version of who you are, the person that you can become, right? And so two things that have come to me that really has helped me kind of set me in the path that I need to be. The first one is, if I want things to change for me in my life, I have to personally change. The second part is taking 100% responsibility for the person that I am. And so that's what kind of led me to my journey of really being so passionate about personal development. I learned that in order for me to break out, to discover, to unleash everything that was hidden inside of me, right? I had to find a way to make that work. And what better way to learn perspective from successful people? And today I want to dive into a little bit about the war that's raging inside you, right? The war that's inside of you. And so we're going to take a few perspectives from one of my favorite books, The Miracle Equation. This is from Hal Elrod. And so just to put a tiny bit of perspective on that, we're going to kick it off with what he shares. And so he says here, wherever you are in your life right now, whether you're at the top of your game or enduring circumstances that are unpleasant, painful, or somewhere in between, consider this. You are exactly where you're supposed to be and who you're supposed to be, to learn what you need to learn so you can become the person you need to be, who is capable of creating everything you've ever wanted. That's a miracle right there, right? And so we do have a part in this. Like, what is our part? Number one is understanding what are the different types of wars, things that are occurring inside of us, that internal conflict that's causing it. I did not really understand what some of those primary foundational things were until I read this part. And so he talks about there's 4 types of wars. The first one, he says, though we could surely identify hundreds, maybe thousands of ways conflicts show up in our lives, right? There are 4 internal conflicts that tend to show up most often and that we have to overcome. The first one is our brains. Our brains register new opportunities as dangerous. Automatically, when opportunities come where you can change or become better, our brains have a way to deflect that. So you got to be able to pay attention to how that works and really see opportunities as a way for you to grow outside of yourself. And so the second one, we also reject the notion that we are deserving of all that we want and instead settle for something mediocre. Efforts and results in one, several, or in all areas of our lives. We lose sight of our innate gifts and fail to see all that we can accomplish. Finally, we allow the world to influence our thinking and even define us. And so those are just some internal conflicts that this year, in order for you to make 2023 the year for you, you have to find that internal conflict inside of you and learn to settle and work that out. And so that's what this journey is all about, is you can be limitless. You have the power to create miracles for yourself. Now, as we transition in this, like, our journey is about a journey of belief, but we also have a belief in giving. And so you will see right there is a link right there. And so we do support the Nurse to Children Foundation, which is, just log on that link, click on that, and look for Vitameals. If you make that donation for Vitameals, that will help feed malnourished children. And so join us in our cause. share this podcast with somebody out there that you can think of. Share, like, connect with us, tune in with us, and then also share that. So we'll look forward to seeing you next time.